senior at Ohio University. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. So the kind of information. I'm a Bachelor of Specialized Studies major with a focus on entrepreneurship and business development. The idea for the app really spun off of, Bobcat Classifieds, which was essentially Craigslist but for Ohio University. When starting Bobcat Classifieds, I saw there was a need for improvement and how students interact with each other in regards to buying and selling items, or even how they connect with each other. We want to hear that I found it on Amazon being replaced with, oh, I found it on MyCampus. So that's where it really, went from just being a vision in my head, an idea, to really being like, hey, this can actually work. This can be a reality. And even if I only get 10,000 people to use this, that's 10,000 people that now see value and that I've made their lives a little bit easier by offering a product such as this. About 3 weeks ago, I received an email from Odesk, which is the company that I use to find a developer to outsource to. I get a phone call and an email from them, same time, subject line, critical notice about your developer. Reading into it a little bit more, they pretty much stated, we have strong evidence that the developer that you've been working with, his name, has been engaging in fraudulent activity and has no intentions on delivering your work, which in this case is the source code to our application. I also received a phone call, the voicemail stating that as well. Immediately I'm nervous. Thousands of dollars out of pocket at this point in time for development of this application. Everything that I've planned and worked so hard for, it may not ever come to my possession. And what am I left with? No money, no application, and I'm back at square one. Starting point. Calling Odesk day after day after day, trying to get someone on the phone to tell me more about what's going on, where's my money at, what's going on with my developer. Couldn't get any type of real information from them. It's pretty much a nightmare at that point in time. I know my source code is out there, my money is out there. I paid the money, but I have nothing in my possession. So that was a stressful experience in itself. And for the past 4 weeks, I've still been dealing with it, still trying to get the source code from the developer. It's been a nightmare. It's something I never want to experience again. In regards to building a business, you're going to experience stresses, you're going to experience these types of things, but it's something I don't wish on anybody. So while they locked his account, they froze some money in the account, and it became a standoff. So we had the idea, or I had the idea necessarily, and there was a gap there. It was like, it costs money to do this. I'm not a programmer by any means, I can teach myself the basics of things to get to where I can converse with a developer and understand their language, their dialogue, but to build something from scratch like this, it's going to take, hundreds of hours after, having taught myself this, if I was, picking up everything in a timely fashion. Being an entrepreneur and having a job is a job. Yeah, you have responsibilities, you have falls on you, but at the end of the day, there's other people to pick up the slack if necessary. If I'm not doing what I need to do, anybody beneath me, it just crumbles. If you don't have a strong foundation, I don't care how big or pretty that house is, when the pressure's on, that house will crumble. So yeah, it's been a stressful process. I've lost a little bit of weight. been to the doctor a couple times. Um, it's it's doing things that most people won't do, or most people won't take the chance to do, to live a life that they won't live. And so yeah, while I'm stressed and sick and this and that, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Ideally, I would like to be living on the beach somewhere in a few years, and to me, that's a stress reliever in itself. So whatever stresses I am dealing with, to have some type of release at the end of the day, would be great. Um, but it's life. Yeah, I'm about to send some money to this app and get this taken care of. So I really want this stuff like out, like when it needs to be out. I'm about to go to San Francisco for the Lean Startup Conference. Um, Great networking event. Get to learn some different techniques. Get to learn how to run a business more effectively and efficiently on less funds. Um, to really figure out, build what your customers want on the lowest budget possible. One of the founders of Copal, who's also the founder of LinkedIn, will be one of the speakers there. Going to a workshop on Saturday. It's about pricing models. It's been a great opportunity, to be around builders, learners, and doers. I've been contacted several times already. They have a little social network that's set up for anybody who's in the leans going to that conference. They contacted a couple of times about people curious about MyCampus and what exactly I'm doing and how I got started. So, time for the journey.
You excited?
Oh yeah, this is probably where my sleep problems been coming from this entire week, is not being able to always think about cool, in 3 days I'm gonna be out in San Francisco, 2 days out in San Francisco. It's been a good opportunity for me. It's a good networking opportunity, good experience to be around the people that are doing the same things I'm doing, at a higher level, same level, whatever. This is mine. The fact that I can make like $10,000 like next week if I wanted to sell a copy of it to somebody, like pretty dope. Proud of myself on this, man. Like this is happening, like it's there, like it's no longer a iffy product that looks crappy or it's unfinished or like far from finished. Like it's in the final stages of where it's like it is what it needs to be. Clean it up a little bit here and there, a couple different icon changes or font changes, but it's there. And it's something that, somebody yesterday tweeted was like, holy crap, this is great. Follow me on MyCampus app. Like what? I'm seeing this from like Twitter, like, oh, this is dope. Or one of the users messaged me and was like, hey, this is great, thanks. Like this started up in my head, as an idea. And Sketches, Paint, Microsoft Paint, fast forward a year and it's an app in the App Store with my name on it. So yeah, man, it's all good.